press record before I forget. So today, checking moment 21. Like I said, we're doing pretty good. The format is getting better and we're being more consistent. So there's definitely some progress that we have going on. I guess I'm gonna stop using the colors every week. I think if I just do something, it gets orange, and if it gets completed for the month, it gets green. But if I don't, like for example, update financials, I can't really do it today, so I have to wait to the end of the month. So it would be weird if I make it red then. So instead, we're just gonna do like end of the month closing. So if it's not green at the end of the month, then it gets red because I failed, quote unquote, failed for the week, for the month. And this one's also like, doesn't make sense that it's red if I have nothing to do for it. So just gonna use more white color too. So it's gonna be like less colorish, but I guess that's a bit better than just spamming red, thinking that I'm doing bad. Because this way I'll lose track of what's really happening. So for this week, we actually completed what we wanted to do. So we got the 5 hours, we got the 3 meditations, the 4 days of non-smoking, and we even got 1 hour of Reddit's helping, quote unquote helping. So definitely a good week. Let's fill it in. So we have 4 out of 4. We got our 5 hours of sports. We got 1 hour. We did in turbo. And we meditated 3 times this week. So this whole thing is green for the first time, I think. Let me check. So since I've been tracking, I've only been tracking for 20 weeks right now. This is the first time I actually completed everything I wanted to do in a week. So we actually did some work. No, actually none of this we did. So Slack Sunday, we're basically halting that until I get the other things more in order. So I'm focusing more on getting my week in order and actually doing these kind of things that I think are more valuable right now than trying to get more content without editing and stuff. So I guess it now comes down to editing, getting promotion out, getting some other podcasters to speak with, whatever. I gotta start reaching out a bit more. That's obvious. I did do a lot about the crypto bot, so that's definitely good. Improve stream quality, honestly, I think that's also something I've worked a bit on. I know it's not that clear, but little things trickle together or snowball together into one larger thing. So looking for other podcasts and to reach out, definitely not do that. We actually also did some VR work, so we sent some new emails out. Budgeting is going really well so far, actually. So I think this month I still have 300 euros or something left for my budget. And it's 2 full weeks left, I guess. Maybe a little bit more than 2 full weeks. So definitely a good week. Only green, I guess. So these days it will be harder to get red. Only at the end of the month, for example, week 43, then I will be able to get some red in there. But for now, I think the week is good. Let's just keep it at this for a bit and try to get these things going, you know? Maybe a quick update where I am. I've made this folder, backtesting, then we have a model folder. I have more of them, but for now, I've just put them in another folder so I can go further and try things out with a small set that I don't have to go through all of them every time. Basically, we get parameters that are significant for each time frame. For example, here we have close upper Bollinger Band, open low, top wedge. There we have some graphs in there just to see what it looks like. I don't know why it's so blacked out, the borders or the axis, but whatever. I can read them. You guys shouldn't, but that's okay. So I think we're just gonna go and do some spinning of the wheel. Oh no, we have one more thing to do. Our new podcast. We have the one here. Oh, 53 plays, damn. Audience size 2. Damn, but this is sweet. 53. It's pretty big. Let's see what we have here. One day where somebody 10 plays. Okay. That's a new episode, okay. There was some good shit in there. So let's upload a new one. In the meanwhile, we're just gonna go with the Wheel of Fortune, the biggest thing of the day. Maybe it's just in my head that video capturing is not that good, but whatever. All right, first spin of the day. I like the sound. Stream layout. Oh, awesome. I guess we're starting good today. Maybe I should spin on full screen. It's maybe nicer to follow. And then I want to personalize my stream layout in Streamlabs. What tips or tricks can you provide me? Channel icon. I don't have that one yet. I like this a lot, so how are we gonna use this? Let's take this color. Can I? What am I going for? This. PBF0DF. Jesus. I kind of like what I'm doing. Maybe I shouldn't stop. Yeah. Let's keep this for now. Let's see what the wheel has in favor for us. Oh, no. Forgot the full screen. Help Reddit. Oh, damn. Today's, yeah, kinda good. Good roll so far. Alright, so we have Coolman420. I guess he's a smoker and he's cool. In the social skills subreddit. So he's saying, I'm an introvert. I don't have a lot of experience with interaction with people, but I'm learning, etc., etc. I notice something which is every time I talk to a person, I know I kind of become slow. I don't find the right thing to say, or sometimes I say off shit or awkward stuff, like I'm panicking or something. Is this common? What should I do to overcome this? Any tips or advice? It's my first time posting here. So I answer, well, that's an interesting question. I would say that not being able to say something useful is not that of importance all the time. Sometimes it's better to not say anything, let the conversation breathe a little and become a bit more accustomed to being awkward. That said, if you really want to improve, I would start thinking about topics that interest you, which you could talk endlessly about. Fall back on those when the conversation is down die down, but don't overly rely on them. Try to tie them into the current conversation instead of making a 180. That's all I can do for you. I'm not that great of making conversation either, though it can't hurt to try some different things out or be a bit more aware and silent when you don't have anything to say. Hope this helps a bit. Beinj. Alright, so first comment we already did. Boom. Mr. Deviantish has here some innovative tip. On starting out in your career, learn to record good meeting notes. You will end up in meetings that may take you years to get invited to otherwise. Most people hate recording the stuff in the meeting notes. It can be a thankless task, but learning to do it well and voluntarily may get you invited to meetings. Privy to information, access to people that may take years to get to otherwise. Honestly, pretty good advice, though the only thing I would be worried about is the task I will be supposed to do. If you like taking notes and keep encoding, that's fine, but I wouldn't want to get stuck with that job instead of getting invited for the knowledge I bring to the table. Definitely a pretty solid way if you feel like catching up on knowledge. Alright. We're speedrunning today. Alright, so we have constant point 4. When all you want is bedtime in the Leaf subreddit. It's been like this for days now, watching the clock, willing it to be late enough to drag my sorry ass upstairs for bed. I don't want to go too early because it interferes even more with my broken sleep, but I'm also too tired and flat to do anything. Withdrawal sucks big donkeys, but I know it got better. Just wanted to vent. So, small text, he just wanted to vent, so I'm not gonna give like real advice. Doing good, my friend. I also find myself getting tired way sooner than usual, almost like normal hours. Gotta find a new rhythm that doesn't rely on total exhaustion to be dragged towards bed. I believe you can do it. Send. CHS. What's that? Okay, fair enough. The only way to cure CHS is to stop using cannabis. Alright, so we have no combination 905 on the Leaf subreddit. Want to be sober. I've been smoking for about 3 years now, and I just don't feel like myself. My mirror is shit. My lungs won't let me in like I used to. I throw up every single time I get high, and it just always comes mucus coming out. Sounds pretty terrible, to be honest. I think he's a pretty heavy smoker. Just don't know why I can't stay sober. I remember how much I used to love running a couple of miles for fun, but now I can't even run a block without dying and coughing up mucus. Anyone have tips or motivation? Awesome to hear that you want to challenge your problem. To me, it sounds like your journey, which could be a good way to start. I've started doing this over a year ago or something, and gradually improved upon my own system over time. I have my own Monday today check-in moments where I see how I did last week and to set myself goals for next week. I also stream this to be able to remember that it's a slow progress, but you can start at any moment you like. Beinj. Alright. I don't think this one is somebody that is that motivated already, but who knows, if you're no combination 905, definitely let me know that you saw this, but right now we have the 0 viewers. You gotta do it for yourself, man. There's nobody holding your hand. McDonald's menu item has more complexity and thought into it than any conceptual dish from a menu. Yeah, I gotta view this one. Note that my opinion is not denouncing the skill that I know. Okay, fine. If you look at how McDonald's creates its menu items and keeps them tasting good, they have an entire teams of food scientists putting countless hours into research. Find a perfect ratio of seasoning, condiment. What's condiment? Condiment is preparation that is added to food, typically after cooking, to impact. Yeah, like space. How do you say it? Kruiden. Spices, yeah, I was thinking about species, but it's not that. Alright. Condiment, ingredients, and bun in the case of burgers and sandwiches. All of this will then get tested in focus groups, have feedback related, and changes to the formula will be made until they've narrowed down to the absolute most perfect balance of common components to make food that will sell by the hundreds of thousands. This amount of dedication, perfecting a menu item now puts your average $7.99 far above the time and resources invested in it than your average conceptual tasting dish from it. Every time. Social skills. How do I stop feeling bad when my friends are better than me at something? 70 male, this doesn't happen all the time. For example, when I do well on an exam, but I don't feel really bad. The bad grade doesn't matter to me though. Jealousy also shows in other places, some of which are seriously ridiculous, like when my friend fixes something on a computer and I'm fully aware I wouldn't be able to do that myself. Any tips on how to handle this jealousy? I say interesting, perhaps writing down what you are good at and improving on that can give you enough confidence to not be jealous about other skills. It's not a one solution fix, but I believe it lays somewhere at your own center. Start to focus on yourself, my friend. Whatever, I'm not saying I'm gonna change his life, but maybe some words click for him, and that can be enough. Let's go back to the Wheel of Fortune, and now I'm gonna not fuck it up this time. Look, I'm not fucking it up. Hey, Matthias, thanks for checking in, man. Hope to see you here some days with your own Excel sheet or whatever check-in list. And if not, always welcome to the stream, brother. Anyways, let's spin this last one and then I'll probably call it a day. Good night. Boom. Donkey and AI. Okay. So, we're back at the AI, I guess. I don't think this one has a free version or get started. 5 minutes. Pretty elaborate. Let's see the last spin of the day. Let's get full again. Ask a philosopher. Okay. Okay. Let's do this. Brothers. Why is it so slow? The AIs are not working with us today. They're not feeling like talking. Yeah. See you guys in the next one, I guess. Anyways. Bye-bye. Today, check-in moment 22. It's gonna be a short one, but let's get it. How did we do today? Or this week? I think we only did 2 of the 4, so it was a pretty tough cheat week, to be honest. Nothing too hard or something, just felt like smoking a bit more, I guess. But as Matthias said, we can only try to fill one thing in the week. So maybe this one is something I can fail this week, but obviously it's one of the things I fail more often, so can't let it slack too much, So I'm not sure if I'm gonna do this once in a week, but anyway, the week was already broken, so we're just gonna carry on. Sport, I did do 4.75 hours this week, so pretty good. Just got in another sport session today because I was at 3.5 only. But we got it in, so awesome. We also did today some Reddit work, so we also did our 1 hour of Reddit. So that's pretty awesome. Let's do it. Something like that. Days, hours, okay. So these ones are definitely green. We didn't do any turbos, which is also good. And we meditated 3 times in the week. So yeah. So that's pretty awesome. Still haven't started reading. Haven't done the financials. I looked into the shorts again. I tried to get that one program with that makes 10 shorts or something. So maybe I'll have to look into that if I want to buy it. Maybe it's because I can only do one video of 1 hour a month or something. That's pretty low. So maybe if it's worth it, maybe. I did edit this one into a progress video, but yeah, only, I don't know, I did the whole week, but it's not finished, so maybe I should put like this. I don't know, feels weird to put it orange because I actually did put in the good work, so maybe I'll put in green, whatever. Promotion didn't do. Startup VR, we actually did some administration work, got some new demos lined up. We did do good with the crypto bot, and honestly, we also did some stream improvements. We were making in Canva a new layout for the stream, so maybe that will get done soon. Look for other podcasts and reach out to them. Definitely did not do that. Overall, I would say pretty solid week. I had a lot of free time, so I did a lot of the things that I wanted to do, so that's pretty good. I still smoked a lot, which is obviously not the best case, but what is what it is, and we had two pretty solid weeks back to back, so can't complain. Had a lot of free time and was able to do some extra work that I wanted to do. Also did some events with friends and had an awesome date night with Zoe. Yeah. Plus visiting grandfather. Plus visiting Slovakia with family. Parents and Zoe. Like that. Okay. Budgeting is budget is pretty low right now. Already paid for a vacation in March 11. So on this day we got BTB podcast episode 015 with Jesse, the most infamous Jesse alive. And we're gonna talk about personal finance and how to manage and what to invest in. To end off, we can give a little, well, what do I want to do normally? Normally I spin the wheel, but I also want to give a little sneak preview in what is happening with the crypto bot. So we have all these different folders now, and basically it stores different data frames of different coins for different time frames, and then it identify, for example, some parameters that are significant for that coin, for that time frame. I show a correlation between them. So we have like a correlation matrix that has all these different parameters compared against each other. We do a causality test, basically meaning if there is a lag behind. For the rest, I don't think there is much interesting to say. I'm just looping through them, getting some parameters, trying out different parameter sets, and seeing, sometimes they interrupt, and seeing what they're like and what parameters work well. For now, I just have only one very good one. Apparently, if I did this, I would have taken 121 trades and I would have make 14 euros on 120 trades. So that's pretty good. That's almost 10 cents a trade. There's only one time my trade limit gets hit and other times it's timeout. So that's a factor I have to consider. It's not so interesting. Timeout basically meaning after 30 candles, sell for the price it's at. So there's little control over that. I have to get these numbers up, and that's what I've been doing with my other data frames. For example, this one, there's actually one best scenario. So I'm getting closer. Before there were always like multiple sets of parameters that are comparable. And for this one, I have an individual parameter set that is better than others. So this one is the best in all the parameter sets it tested. And apparently I had 6 times my sell trade made and 30 times a stop loss and only 57 timeouts. So this is more of a distribution I'm looking for, but I only made 3 euros 0.7 on 186 trades. So that's less interesting because the more trades you make, the higher your cost is and the more slippage you have. So basically 2 reductions of your profit. So in a sense, I would have made almost 8 euros, but with tax and slippage, I lose a lot of money on that. So without further ado, see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye. Almost good in one go. Today, a bit of a scuffed, sweaty intro session. Check-in moment, I guess. We're just gonna do this one. And yeah, as you probably can see, this is another cheat Monday. So those are also coming in more frequent. It is what it is. I'm still doing the things I want to do. Been busy with the CryptoBot. Was able to get it to live trade now, so it's actually live trading right now, I think. Also, I got my drink, I see on my screen. Something like this maybe works. Okay, whatever. Don't have to waste too much time on this one. So, for this week, we start off by copying, of course. Never forgetting that again. Okay, so this week we did let me check. So I guess it's not the best week in that sense. But like I said, I've been spending a lot of time on crypto, so this will be a 2-day out of 4 days. This will be 5 hours, that's pretty good. This will be a 0 hours, it's bad. And I did that one. So we did start reading a bit. We did like 6 pages. I guess it's better than nothing, but whatever. We started reading The Courage to Be, which was recommended by Hugo, a good friend from my parents, and I could also call him a friend by now, I guess. So that's starting at least. This one we haven't done yet. This will be for next week, because then the month is done. We didn't do any shorts or TikTok, and we also did not do the edit weekly. So in that sense, we kind of had a pretty slack week, but on the sense of VR, we also did a lot of good things. We sent out some new mails, got some demos placed. Unfortunately, we kind of had a misunderstanding, our first setback, I would say, with a client or a potential client. So we had a demo arranged, but they didn't really confirm it, so we didn't know if it would go on or not. But it did to go on for them, and we were not there. So that's pretty bad for a first time impression, I guess, because that lasts usually a long time. But we gotta learn from it, be more early with confirmation, or maybe not give a strong message that it definitely will go through without their confirmation. Maybe that's a bit my feedback for myself. But that will only get better once we get used to it, to being a businessman, I guess. Improve stream quality. I think I've been doing pretty great on that one. Trying to be consistent and improving where I can. Look for other podcasts and reach out to them. Of course, I did not do that one. I did reach out to new people for the podcast, but it's not like they are podcasters, so it's not really what I was after with this goal, in my opinion, so I cannot give it green. So I had a great programming week, made a lot of progress, and was able to get live trading with my new crypto bot, Rogue C. Rouge, no, wait. It's Rouge C. Rogue C. I think it's like that, right? Yeah, okay. Not tripping. At least a bit. So, was it on the first trades? The first trades were positive and a few bugs to fix. Nothing I can't do. Gonna try and start implementing feedback system so that my models can be based on the data from live trading. Okay, that's already good. Then for the rest, we had an awesome weekend. So we had some good quality time with her, so that's always appreciated. And we went to a party together to see all my friends again. It was pretty amazing to see and be able to chill with everyone that I hadn't seen in such a long time. So also especially the smoking with everybody felt good, was very good vibes. Also saw an old acquaintance. Turned out to be a interesting afternoon. So some cute Chinese in the neighborhood. 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 Whatever. Damn. It's too big. Whatever. Everything is whatever today. Honestly, it was a pretty good week, so cannot say I did not enjoy it. Even though I'm not really doing everything I want, I guess everybody's saying around me that I shouldn't be too hard about it, so I'm just gonna follow that. Gonna see where it leads. If this is a slippery slope, we'll definitely see some red in there, but that's something to keep an eye out for, you know. Every day that I did not smoke is a day I won, so that's how I see it at least. It's overall pretty good, in that opinion. Oh, we endured a problem. Let's find out what it is. Order ID. Order not filled for 1 hour. Aborting order. I have no clue what it aborted. So yeah. Basically, this is where all the things happen, and all this in front is just functions and data that has to be stored in order for that loop to be running. So basically, this is a loop, this while loop. This is all one loop, and this is what is running the whole time, and then all the rest is just getting called and is being used as data. And yeah, that's basically the function I have. I haven't really spun the wheel in 2 times, I guess. Because I'm stoned, I was not feeling like today, but I feel like I have to do something, you know. Oh no, I have first something else to do. Of course. Okay. We have a mystery guest announcement. Well, I'll see if it works out, but he was interested, so okay, I already spoiled it. It was a he, whatever. Anyway, let's go live, full screen. Pop, cha. For all the new 0 viewers, or oh no, stupid Beinj, I forgot to record again. Okay, whatever. Something out of my control. It's there. I'm just gonna do, like, if I don't feel like spinning, I should at least do 1 spin, I think. So I'm gonna do 1 spin out of desperation, because I don't know how I can satisfy it otherwise for myself also at some point. Because if I'm gonna skip it always when I'm stoned, I will never do it, so we gotta start somewhere. We'll do 1 spin. Good luck, me. Yep, click. Everything is shaking. 1 minute blank. Oh, yes. The god saved me. Oh my god. This is the easiest one to get over with. And then we'll just do some live vlogging, you know? I'm a TikToker now, so I can put this. Whoa, this is the perfect setup. Damn. Actually, I thought about this all. Sheesh. This is a good angle. He said, well, all right. Now I need to time 1 minute. Let's do 1 minute 20, just for shits and giggles. Let's put it a bit louder so I can hear it, definitely. All right. 1 minute blank to get over this. You can do it too. This is Beinj. I'm coming here for life. I just went to the fitness, so maybe it's a bit harder than I would thought of it. This is the life of a stoner. You have to get through it. Beat the pain. Pain is your friend. I'm doing that. Painful. Is it even on? The fucking tongues?
I don't know. Which is difficult if you don't see the timer. Okay. Okay, we did it. 1 minute 20. Whew. Right, I think I deserved my small, short check-in moment. It was definitely fun, actually. Okay. Anyways, think that will be it for today. Maybe I have to do a proper outro. You know, the proper outro for this monthly edit. I've been active now, you know, doing my thing. I'm just shouting out myself. Big YouTuber on the rise. And we're gonna get that views, man. Let's get it. You can follow me on Instagram and also on YouTube, of course, because that's where I'm streaming. And I'm out of breath. It was exhausting. Should have thought about it twice. Anyway, I'm fucking hungry, so